What up? It's your boy Dick Incredible, man. And yes, I am back at it again. And this is DC Stargirl series review, man. Let's get it. I'm gonna be 100%. I almost didn't watch this show, man. But I am so glad that I did. I actually ended up binge watching the first 12 episodes. And I just finished episode 13. And oh my gosh, man. This show, hands down, best show on DC Universe. And I say that because Stargirl is light and dark. It's a mesh of both. And what I mean by that is it shows that it can be fun, it can be hearty, has a little bit of comedy in here, it's light, and especially when they're in Blue Valley, is the whole, but it feels good, like the vibes are there. And then when you see the villains, you learn that there's consequences to being a hero, that people die, that like it's dark, but like it's light and dark, and it meshes very well. And I guess the best way to show you guys what I'm talking about is with Henry King's death. What I mean by that, with it being light and dark, is that it shows these kids that this is real. Like these guys are legit villains. You guys can't come in here with these half plans and not really paying attention. No, you have to focus because these villains are legit villains. And it started off the series that way with them just murdering the JSA, like the entire JSA, like they wiped everybody off the map. And you guys come in here and it shows them that this is very, very serious when Henry gets killed right in front of them. And I feel like it showed them that, hey, this isn't a game. This is like real life stuff. And if we want to take these guys down, we gotta be a team, we gotta be a unit, and we gotta stay focused. And I love that. But the villains felt like real villains. They weren't cookie cut out. They felt like real villains, and everything they said, you felt and you believed everything they did. Icicle killed the wizard and the wizard's kid and his wife. This man killed this man's whole family. That's a villain. That's a villain. And he was a friend. He was a friend. He wasn't just any other random dude. He was a friend, and he killed his entire family because he was probably ruining their plan. He killed their entire family. But I love Stargirl because it first of all, it showed that you can be a hero. It can have all of the light and fun hearty things, but it can also showcase death because people died in the series as well. We have Tigress killing the fiddler's wife. We have the gambler killing the security guard. So like death is in the show, but it's light as well. The characters, like I said, the characters are great, and you feel everything with the characters. And I love the way that they showcase the JSA. Like it showed all these members of the JSA and the ISA. And I love that they brought all these characters to the live action because these are a lot of characters that you probably wouldn't really see brought to live action, man. And I gotta be honest, out of the whole core, Icicle was that dude. Icicle is a villain for sure. But I liked Sportsmaster the most. I enjoyed Sportsmaster the most out of the entire cast of the ISA. Sportsmaster was my dude, and I'm hoping that he comes back for season two. Especially the actor that played him, because dude was legit, and I enjoyed every single minute of it, man. But the characters themselves had the JSA for sure had great character development. We see that Courtney's dealing with some things, about her mom marrying Pat, about them moving to Blue Valley. But then she finds the staff, assume that she's Starman's daughter, and Pat told her from the very beginning, "You're not. I was with him from the very beginning. You are not his daughter." And she's going through some things, but by the end of the series, we see, well, throughout the series, we see her and Pat growing closer. But by the end of the series, we see her calling him, telling him she's his daughter. Pat realizing that while being brainwashed, and was like, "Well, I heard you, Court. I heard everything you said." We see Rick dealing with some emotion going through the series as well about his parents being dead, him thinking that they got in an accident, then learning that they were killed by Solomon Grundy gave him a whole new reason to be angry. But by the end of the series, in episode 13, we see that he dealt with that, and he was mollywopping Solomon Grundy too, though. But he decided to let him live. And that shows character growth as well. We see Yolanda feeling some type of way this entire season as well before she became Wildcat, because she had some nude photos exposed thanks to Henry and Cindy. But by the time she became Wildcat, she had some kind of vengeance in her towards Henry, but she never acted on it. And then when she had the chance to, she kind of just let Henry go. And then we get Henry on our side. Henry went through a lot of stuff too. His father being in a coma, him learning that his father killed his mother, turned Henry to a good guy. It really did. But at that time, Henry also got killed, man, around that whole little mishap, man. But his father killed him in front of the JSA, and that kind of broke something in Yolanda a little bit when that happened, because her and Henry had got to a point to where Henry apologized. She was starting to forgive him, I guess you could say, and watching Henry die in front of their eyes really changed Yolanda a little bit. So by the end of the series, in episode 13, when Brainwave came with this whole little, oh, I'm Henry, but I was just being a zombie. No, that didn't work. So Yolanda didn't fall for it, and the next thing you know, come on, monitors, come on, don't do that stupid. Yolanda didn't fall for it, and the next thing you know, she just slashed dude and killed him. Oh my gosh. Like, it was satisfying, but at the same time, that broke something in Yolanda. And at the end of the episode, we see her just sitting there, kind of just looking off into space, because something broke with Yolanda when that happened. What else did we get? We also see that Beth was kind of wrapped up with her mom and dad, and she kind of called them her best friends. But being introduced to Courtney, Rick, and Yolanda, she opened up the world to a new possibility of friends, along with Dr. Midnight, aka Charles McNider, aka Chuck. So Chuck became her new best friend. But that was great, and we got to see all our characters have development throughout the series. But these villains, though, man, the villains made Stargirl, if you ask me. No disrespect to any of the characters, because I enjoyed Pat, I enjoyed Stargirl, I enjoyed all of the other characters. But the villains is what made Stargirl. They sold everything, and you felt everything that the villains was doing, and it made our heroes, shine that much more brighter, because they had real villains. Shiv was pretty much, they showed her a lot, but then like she got locked up, and then that was it for her. But she broke out and she killed her father. Dude, stuff went down in Stargirl, man. I'm just being real. We also, I didn't even mention this. We also have the I have to look up their name. Hold on. Justice Society. Okay, yeah, the photo that Stargirl saw with the Shining Knight. We see who did we see? I know it. Hold on. We see Green Arrow, the Star Spangled Kid, which was Starman. We see Stripesy, the Shining Knight, Vigilante, the Crimson Avenger, and okay. So now these are other heroes as well that Stripesy and the Star Spangled Kid, aka Starman, were a part of, and that's just DC comic history, man. And I love that there's so much history involved in Stargirl, and they showed that throughout the entire season in the time frame. Now, I want to mention this. They never specified a specific time for Time Girl. Like, they never, Time Girl. Why I keep saying Time Girl? They never specified a specific time for Stargirl to be set in. There was no year. There was no specific year. But you can tell it's very modern, and then it's very 1950-ish, I guess you could say, because there's a bunch of retro cars and retro like malt shops and stuff like this in Blue Valley. And the music that was played throughout the series this season was fantastic. There was a bunch of modern music, but then there was a bunch of older time music as well, so it kind of meshed up between the two, and I really enjoyed Stargirl for that. And then they keep you wondering, like, what's the time frame, because they never gave you a definitive year. But the ISA has a bunch of villains, and at the end of the series, we see Shade. Like, and I had to pull up a picture because I didn't see him in like the photo. Like, you can't really tell that he's back there every time you saw the photo. You saw Wizard, Tigress, Sportsmaster, Icicle, Brainwave, the Gambler, and the Fiddler, or is that like the lady or whatever? But you can't really see Shade. You can't see Shade. Like, he's hidden so well inside the photo. And then at the end of the episode, we see him using the shade and stuff. And he was like, I told you, Icicle. So I enjoyed the episode, and I'm super excited for season 2 because we see Cindy with I think it's Eclipso's little star diamond or whatever. So season 2 is going to be legit, and I know I probably gave away a whole bunch of stuff if you haven't seen the series, but I will mention that it's a spoiler when I drop the video. But dude, I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait for season 2, man. This is your boy Nick Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button if you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. Peace out.
I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing anybody else who is rapping. I'm nasty, ain't nobody able to catch me. They gasping, they cannot compare, they can't match me. I'm at half speed.